Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Thursday meet and greet. This is something new that we've started to let people know about the range of services that are available here at Chapel Haven. So I believe we have some parents on the call who already have students here at Chapel Haven. So this is a chance for you to find out more about today about the wellness and fitness program, which is quite robust. Next Thursday, we will have a 6 p.m. presentation, excuse me, with Sunny Richards, who is our Director of Community Programs. And that's another nice opportunity to find out about the programming that we offer out in the community after a student graduates. And all of these things also are available to people who are not residential at Chapel Haven. So we're also doing tours the first Thursday of every month here at Chapel Haven, noon to 1. It's a quick overview and a chance to see our campus after a long time of COVID where we had to be virtual. So we're really excited about that. But without further ado, I'm going to turn this over to Ryan McCackern, who is our wellness director and keeps us all fit and healthy and inspired.
What is going on, everybody? If you can hear me, give me a flex or a thumbs up. All right. I see it. Look at all those muscles. All right, awesome. So today we're going to be giving you guys a little bit of overview of the wellness program. All right. So wellness at a glance. First, I just want to shout out to the Gardner family. Without them, me being here and being able to help with this program wouldn't be possible. They provided the wellness grant that allowed us to start the program, and now that program has grown and continues to grow. So I'm interested to share what we've been able to do. I just hit the 2-year mark here. So what I've been able to do in the 2 years as the wellness coordinator, wellness director, even though, I've been working here for a little bit longer. So thank you to the Gardners for making this all possible. My name is Ryan. I am the wellness director here. A little bit about me. I started my background in, helping other people, at a pretty early age, about 13, I was in martial arts. I got put into our assistant black belt program, started to learn to run programs, found a passion that I loved teaching and helping people improve their lives. Initially, it was through martial arts, but eventually, I found that martial arts, health, fitness, being healthy, happy, living your best life goes far beyond just building discipline. It goes into, building good habits with fitness, nutrition, and, living a healthy lifestyle. And, it transformed my life, and, I've made it my goal to pay it forward. So I've been working with Chapel Haven adults for almost 5 or 6 years. It started me running my own business and working one-on-one. From there, it kind of flourished into some group classes. I started working with some staff. And then, the position opened up about 2 years ago, and I dove right in and jumped at the opportunity. I love the community. I love all the individuals here. I love the families. And, I come to work every day excited. And, you can't ask for anything better than that. So in today's agenda, we're going to do a little bit of introduction of the people that are on my team and what they do to help me. We'll talk about the components of wellness that we focus, kind of our mission statement here. You'll have an opportunity to hear from some of the adults in our program. We have them on the call, go over some of the current offerings, what's in the works, and then give everybody a chance to ask questions. How does that sound? Does that sound good? All right, awesome. So I want to introduce you to all the people that help make this possible. So we have Jacob, he's my assistant. He helps me run awesome classes here on campus. He also provides a lot of one-on-one training for our adults. We also have Isabel Skarzinski. She's a personal trainer. She works one-on-one with our adults and helps with some group classes. We have Kim Stack. She's been a trainer here for a very long time. She works a lot with our SLP program. She's been with people since they were teenagers and now adults. So she's been here a long time, does a lot of group training, and does a great job with our squad. And we're so happy to have her as part of the team. We also have Marie Boyd. Marie Boyd teaches yoga for adults. She does some strength and yoga classes as well, kind of varies it throughout the year. She's awesome. John, we call him Zumba John. He is the king of Zumba. He's one of the best Zumba instructors in the country, believe it or not. We're lucky to have him right here in Connecticut. He loves coming to Chapel Haven, working with our adults. And, I could show you a video one day. Everybody has a blast in that class. He even does some like special events around the holidays, like this past Halloween. He did like a Halloween dance themed Zumba class. So he's a great guy. Again, glad to have him part of the team. We got Sam and Angel Diaz. Sam is an Olympic level martial artist. He's right here in Connecticut. I grew up with him doing martial arts, and I couldn't ask for a better coach and instructor to build that program here on campus for our adults looking to build discipline and learn about self-defense.
Hey, Ryan.
Yep.
Should we mention, going back to that slide, that our yellow belt warriors made it to black belt social media?
I will bring that up. I have that later in the presentation.
Okay. Okay.
That's really cool. And then we have Nicole Ranieri. She's been here. She's a board certified holistic health coach. She does a lot of nutrition related coaching, meal planning with our adults, and is always reinforcing healthy eating here on campus. So again, another great member of our squad. So that's, our core team right now. We're always looking to grow the team. If you know somebody in the area that you think would be a great fit, please pass them on. We're, every couple months we're adding somebody new to the squad, and it continues to grow so that we can continue to kind of offer more and more. Anybody have any questions so far? Awesome. All right, next, our mission statement. All right, the goal of the Chapel Haven Schleifer Center Wellness Program is to provide inspiration, education, and programs necessary to help our community live long, healthy, happy lives. We do this through the promotion of the 6 components of wellness. It's baked into the curriculum here. We have, specific programming as well. And then we're always, looking at ways to improve left and right. So, the 6 components of wellness are going to be purpose. We want to help people live a purpose-driven life. And that's kind of the goal and the motivation behind everything, right? So when you know your purpose and why that's important, it's a lot easier to take the actions and habits necessary to achieve that. Proper nutrition. It's important to fuel your success with the right foods. So we're always trying to promote eating better through our nutrition programs, through the offerings in our cafes, and through the, the nutrition courses and life skills offerings that we have. Regular exercise, we're sitting, sometimes in class all day. It's important to remember to get up, move, stretch, breathe. So we promote regular exercise. Stress management, keeping our cool is really important. Or learning how to manage stress is key for everybody. We like to make sure that we stress this in our different programs and classes. Connection as well, it helps when you have a good, strong support system. So matching people with that are like-minded and trying to get everybody as a group to live healthier, happier lives, support each other, lift each other up is important. We're doing that through, which I'll talk about a little bit more later. Right now, a sweat equity challenge that we're doing on campus with staff and all the individuals we serve. So, we're always looking at ways to build connection and foster connection. And then self-care and hygiene through, teaching about the importance of sleep, taking care of your body, all these things. So these things, there's either specific classes and courses, or it's baked into the, I like using the word baked. So it's baked into our program, through the one-on-one interactions, and then the other courses, classes, and kind of everything that we do. Does anybody have any questions on the 6 components? How does this sound? Does this stuff all sound awesome? Give me the thumbs up if it does. Awesome, awesome. I'm seeing those thumbs. That's what I like to see. Now, before I even talk about what we have to offer, we have a couple of adults on the call that are part of the program. I really want to give them a chance to step up and chat. And I know they're also busy and trying to get on with their day. So I appreciate their time. So we're going to start with Anna. We're going to give, is Mira with you, Anna?
No, I think he's probably down the Victor.
Okay, so maybe that's okay. So we'll give Anna a chance to speak. Danielle, do you want to talk about working with Izzy? If so, give me the thumbs up. If not, shake your head, that's fine. Thumbs up, cool. And then we're going to give David a chance to share his experiences as well. So Anna, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about yourself, what you like about the wellness program, and kind of what you do.
Well, I'm in a region. This is my final year at Chapel Haven, and I do a lot of wellness. I have my mother is a personal a certified personal trainer. I'm really healthy. I do I used to do cardio kickboxing. I do personal training with Jacob and Ryan. I do good morning tracks in adaptive fitness.
All right, so you're taking a lot of our classes. What do you think of them? Are you finding benefit? Do you enjoy them? Do you look forward to taking them?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I'm really strong. By taking these classes, I'm really gaining muscles, and it feels amazing of being myself too.
Awesome. So it helps you feel your best every day. And you're starting to see the effects of all that training.
Yes, and I'm also in the nationals for the swimming.
Yeah,
So,
part of the swim team.
Orlando, Florida in 4 months for the national. So I'm a national athlete, and I'm training myself.
Awesome. And you think the classes that you're doing are helping you improve in your sport?
Yes.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Anna. Thanks for sharing.
Okay.
Danielle, do you want to take a minute and say a couple words?
Bye. Bye, guys.
See you, Anna. Let's see, you might have to click the unmute button there, Danielle.
There you go.
Danielle, what's going on?
I love working with Izzy.
Yeah, so you've worked with Izzy one-on-one for almost a year.
About a year and a half now.
What was that?
About a year and a half now.
Year and a half now.
And I like the treadmill. I'm doing 3 miles.
Yeah,
at
so
the
when
most.
When you first
At
started
1 mile.
Izzy, you were doing like a mile, and now you've built up to 3 miles, right?
Yes.
And what's next? Where's your next goal?
I want to do a quarter marathon on a treadmill, 7 miles, but that's a lot of work though.
Hey, you know, if you set your mind to it, you can achieve it, right?
Right.
What's your favorite part about working with Izzy?
Her patience.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Anything you want to say to somebody that's kind of like on the fence about taking a wellness class or is thinking about personal training?
Do your best. Work hard. Do your best.
Awesome. Danielle, thank you very much for chiming in there.
You're welcome.
Appreciate you hopping on. And David.
Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome. Before you start talking, David, Danielle, can you just mute yourself again? Thank you. David.
Yes.
So why don't you tell everybody about what you've been doing here at Chapel Haven and what you think about it?
Well, it's a good class and it teaches you a lot of stuff, and you meet friends that and it's really good, and you get to what's it called? Get to be inspired by, so if you do a newer exercise that you haven't done before, it helps you out quite a lot.
And which class are you in, David?
The fit class, obviously with you, of course.
So you're in Chapel Haven Fit Club, and we'll talk about the individual classes, but in this class, we experiment with different exercises, right? Different workout styles, and the individuals in the class get to kind of build the workout with some guidance. So David's been in that class for, I think this is his second term, and you look forward to it almost every day, right?
Oh yeah,
They're like 20 minutes early.
I'm always right on time.
Always, always. Awesome. Anything else you want to say to David, if you know, about somebody maybe thinking of coming here to Chapel Haven or thinking about taking a wellness class?
No, I have nothing else to say. I got to do some stuff and get ready for work.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you taking the time, hopping on the call and sharing your experience.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, so we'll fill you in a little bit about the current offerings specific to the wellness program, and then also outside of the direct wellness program. All right, so we talked about one of the components being regular exercise. This is broken up into large group exercise, small group training, and personal training. Group exercise, you're more socializing, connecting with people that are like-minded. In small group training, it's a bit more specific to the individual, and with personal training, it's individualized completely. So we have different offerings for each one of these kind of categories. This is a copy of our schedule. As you can see, we got a lot going from early in the morning to late at night. Then also outside of here, you know, there are other classes and opportunities. Emily in the rec program does a great job of, you know, building activities that involve movement or, you know, healthy eating or meditation and mindfulness into the rec program. So you'll see we got a lot of classes. Every term we're adding a new class. We're kind of fine tuning the schedule based on the needs of our individuals. So we're going to go into each one of these classes just a little bit. So we have adaptive fitness. Adaptive fitness is a small group training class geared for all fitness levels. They're set up in stations. At each station, there's a different level of each exercise. So people that are just getting started and people that have been working out for a while can get a great workout. We start with warming up our body. We talk about the components of exercise, why they're important, why we're doing the exercises we're doing, so that people can, again, become independent with their own training if they so choose. So we start with a warm-up. We do a functional workout based on things that we do every day, from carrying the groceries to getting up and down the stairs to lifting things at work. And then we wrap this up with some stretching and deep breathing. You know, breathing is important for centering our body. It can be used at any time. So we incorporate that into our exercise as a little bonus there. You know, this class is going to focus on strength, posture, balance, cardiovascular fitness, all the things that are going to help our adults live their best life. Once people have been in that class for a while, we move up to level 2. This is, you know, once they've kind of mastered the basics, we go to that level 2 class and start to push our limits with harder exercises or more challenging stations. So, you know, similar structure, you know, a bunch of different stations in the room, variations at each station. So even people at higher fitness levels can, you know, push themselves harder and harder and keep growing and becoming a better version of themselves. Balance It Out. This is a class specifically for lower mobility adults that need to work on, you know, just stretching or dealing with pain or building their balance. So we started offering this class this past year, and it's been a huge success. You know, we've already had a couple of people tell us, you know, when I was going out in the past, you know, I've slipped and fallen on the ice, but I feel like my balance is better. So, you know, we're already seeing the positive effects after just a couple terms of offering this class. Cardio Kickboxing is run by Izzy. She also has a black belt in a similar style as me. That's how her and I originally connected. And, she brings that here and makes that class fun for our adults. So, if they got some frustrations or a lot of extra energy at the end of the day, they can have some fun and learn do something a little different. That's not just weightlifting. Yoga, again, another class, great for building mobility, focusing on engaging muscles while learning to relax, focusing on the core and breathing. This class is offered by a couple people here on campus. You'll see me in the picture doing this class, but we have Tina that runs the yoga class and Marie. Everybody has their own little style and flair that they bring to Chapel Haven. And, that class has been going since before, I've even been here. So, our adults really love it and appreciate that at the end of the day. So that's typically on Mondays at the end of the day. So great way to wrap up the day. We have full body fitness, which is a simple, safe, and effective workout totaling the entire body. Izzy runs this class twice a week. And she brings her own flair in the terms of the structure and the exercises. And, people are, this class is always full. The registrations always fill up quick. So we're having to add more and more classes a week. We have our traditional martial arts program, which is run by Master Sam from Stratford Shotokan. Like I said, he's an Olympic level martial artist. He's been, he's one of the people that I see that is just the most kind-hearted, people-focused instructors I've ever met, which is why I was so glad to bring him on our team. As you can see here in the picture, our adults were focused on Black Belt Magazine, which is the #1 martial arts publication in the United States. So it was really cool to see that happen. As a martial artist, I always wanted to make it on this magazine. I never got to, so it's cool to see our adults making that happen. We have the Fit Club, which I told you a bit earlier as David was speaking. In this class, our adults get an opportunity to build their own workout while trying new things. We help guide them with proper technique, motivate them to get their best workout and do their best. We always try to break a sweat, make our muscles burn, breathe hard, and then push our limits. We offer this class every single day of the week. And again, another popular one. We started this one virtually at the beginning of the pandemic, and it just continued to grow and grow and grow. I mentioned we have Zumba John. He's here. He takes, the work out of workout. He makes it fun with dance, dance inspired workouts. Every now and then I'll pop up there for breakfast and I'll try to sneak in and get a couple quick dance moves in. He's just a really uplifting, positive, high energy guy, and we're glad to have him here on campus. And then outside of that, we have our Spirit Club. This is great for live or on-demand exercises. So if somebody was interested in doing a workout on their own, they could technically access this program. There's a variety of different workouts that are all pre-recorded for a variety of fitness levels. This is also used in CLP and other programs on the nights and weekends when we don't necessarily have a wellness staff on campus. The Spirit Club's awesome. They noticed the gap in a lot of the programs similar to ours lacking like an on-demand training program. So they put it together, and we've been very excited over the past 2 years to work with them and help develop that program as well. And then outside of the direct wellness program, outside of the wellness workbook, we have other classes baked into the continuing adult ed curriculum, such as Just Dance, Walk Westville, basketball, bowling, Good Morning Stretch, rhythm and movement, stress management, and men's and women's groups. So we got lots of stuff going on at all times here on campus. Before I move on to personal training, does anybody have any questions?
Yeah, let's see if anybody on the call would like to ask a question. Anybody?
Or if you have any suggestions, classes to add?
Catherine, this sounds terrific.
So are you thinking about taking some wellness, Jordan?
Yes, I'm actually on the wellness with Eric. I signed up for it. The meals are pretty good. I haven't eaten when I first got here. I haven't really been eating. I've been eating like junk, and I got into this wellness stuff, and it's coming up pretty good. Abram's kind of like helping me with the wellness idea. I'm picking it up from him because he knows it. Like he's been here 3 years, so he's kind of like giving me ideas. It's still a process with the wellness. I've just changed my order. This Ryan, did you get Eric's email with the idea with the change of the wellness for next week?
What was the question? Do I know what the meals are going to be next week?
No, you got to. I put an order in for a new meal.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I wanted to try something new. I didn't want to keep having the same thing over and over again for the wellness.
That's good. You got to get yourself out there.
Yeah, I'm trying my hardest.
One of the things I have found personally over the time of the pandemic is that I put on some weight, and I've been working really hard. I'm on the sweat equity team, and I'm trying to cut out all the junk and the sugar, and you get on that sugar train.
Right.
So I think that our wellness offerings are a great opportunity for staff and our adults. Are there any parents on the call that would like to ask a question? Feel free. Anything you're wondering about? You could put it in the chat too, and we can address it there if you're shy.
Awesome. If you do, you can type them in. We can address it for you. So we also have our personal training program. This is where an individual really needs that one-on-one attention. Like I said, we have a lot of awesome trainers here. When I came here, I came with the software that I use to track my clients, and it's been really helpful. It allows families, caregivers, different trainers working with clients on different days to see everybody's progress, their goals, their workouts, everything in one spot. So we do offer one-on-one training. We got 3 or 4 trainers. We track everything from the sets, the reps, the progress. This really, showing individuals and families this really helps motivate and keep that motivation, keep, showing people that all the hard work they're doing is paid off. So I was excited to bring that app here to campus. This also allows us to provide, like Anna was on the call earlier, she does a lot of her own training on her own, and she uses this app to guide her and then signs off. And then we're able to then focus on the accountability. So just going through, making sure she's hitting her targets, getting the results and adjusting when necessary. So this helps us, again, our goal is to build independence. So as our adults become more independent with their training, we have a way to continue to support them while, also taking a step back. So personal training is a great fit for that one-on-one attention, or for the people that, don't really like that group atmosphere. Next, this is another component. We talked about nutrition. So here at Chapel Haven, we have healthy cooking classes, individualized meal prep, and then we have the metabolic meal plan, wellness meal partnership. So we're going to talk about that now. Healthy cooking is a class where our adults meet up, they plan meals, maybe do some shopping, they cook those meals and they enjoy them together. So again, social connection, social support, and learning how to eat healthy, and learning cooking skills, which help them with independence. So this is a class that's offered for people that need, again, individual attention, or need to, have a tight schedule with work or classes, career ability. Nicole, who I had mentioned earlier, she works one-on-one with a lot of our community members, helps them create, portion meals tailored specifically to their needs, while teaching them those cooking skills one-on-one. So that's another program. Then at the beginning of the pandemic, right when I kind of came on, kind of everything in the area shut down. So, a big concern of mine is how are our adults going to continue to eat healthy and get, be able to continue to fuel their success. So, I took a relationship that I had with Metabolic Kitchen, which is a healthy meal prep delivery service. And we built this wellness program for our adults, which covered some of their meals all the way to all their meals based on the needs and abilities of our individuals. So happy to say that we started very quickly, went up to about 300 meals per week, and we've been continuing to grow and maintain that as we go. We keep, it's a lot of everybody's favorite foods, prepared healthier. They're balanced as far as vegetables and proteins, healthy carbohydrates. There's not too much sodium or sugar in the meals. It's always everything's prepared health consciously. And we've progressed this just from specific meals to an expanded menu. And now we've built it even more to an online ordering process where people can customize their own meals. So they can have meals delivered right here on campus, pick them up on campus. They can even have them delivered to their apartments. Let's say if there's snow and, it's more risky for them to travel. So this program's continued to grow and grow. And we're excited to kind of expand the offerings for our staff and our adults. Now, believe it or not, this program, and there's a discount for our adults on the website, is open to families. If you guys live in the area, you can go on Etabolic's website. You can see it at the bottom there. There's a zip code kind of tracker. You could put in your zip code. You can order these meals and you can get the same discounts that our adults, that residents and community members here get as well. So this is open up to everybody that's part of Chapel Haven. So, again, a great as you're learning to cook and develop cooking skills, it's a great way to make sure you're eating healthier when you're in a rush. You're focused on work, you're focused on classes, you could just grab a meal without having to worry about it, again, as you're learning. Anybody have any questions on the wellness meal plan? Or the offerings here as far as healthy eating? Now, we're also working with the cafe regularly to and the, let's say, the reach and sale kind of life skills and potluck to improve the foods that we offer. One of the goals of mine is to kind of build a cookbook utilizing, some of the things that we've gotten from Metabolics and from the life skills cookbooks and sale, and kind of create a Chapel Haven cookbook that people can purchase and take with them wherever they go. So they always have access to the meals and things that they learn here on campus. So that's definitely in the pipeline as something we're working on as well. If anybody has any suggestions, again, I'm always open to it. Something we're doing here on campus now to kind of promote wellness. We know at the new year, everybody starts, new year, new me, planning goals. So we want to reinforce that. We're doing what's called the Sweat Equity Challenge. It's a really fun challenge that focuses on adding healthy things into your life rather than restricting, right? So we're focusing on taking more actions, and again, the reaction to that is stepping away from some less healthy lifestyle choices, and so every day there's an educational video that's between 5 or 10 minutes that focuses on the importance of exercise and eating healthy and living healthy, getting enough rest, taking time away from electronics and breathing and meditation. So we've incorporated this, and we call it the Sweat Equity Challenge, where we earn points for taking healthy actions. We have the staff going against the community members. We have the different departments going against each other. So we add in that little friendly competition to help push people. And we got some awesome prizes. So we're almost halfway through that challenge. It's something I look forward to doing every year, or maybe once or twice a year, and kind of developing on that. So that's something we've been working on.
Excuse me, Ryan.
Yep.
Okay, we do have a question. The meal plan that was just shown on the slide, are those all pre-made meals? Do you have an option for meal kits to cook?
So they are currently all pre-made. So Metabolics prepares them, delivers them ready to heat and eat. We are in the process of developing that relationship where Metabolic will hopefully be coming on campus, running cooking classes. So you have these meal kits, but we don't have I'm trying to think of the one like HelloFresh. We don't have like a kit that comes with the ingredients where you prepare it yourself. That's where I would recommend like a healthy cooking class or something as well. But we are looking, like I said, to grow the team. You know, it's in the next coming slide, grow the team, enhance those partnerships, and add awesome things like that. So that was a great suggestion. Making a note here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so what's coming? We're looking to grow the team. We have a posting on Indeed right now for another wellness coordinator to help fill in the gaps on the nights and weekends where there's maybe less activities going on right now. Also be able to offer more of the cooking classes. You know, our space is pretty much used, you know, 9 to 5 every day of the week, 9 to 6 every day of the week. You know, all the different fitness rooms. We're looking at expanding offerings. You know, our goal is always to promote independence, and we have different fitness centers in the area. So as things open back up, we want to provide, set our adults up for success if they want to go to Planet Fitness or The Edge, how to use the equipment. So we're looking at like an intro to using the, gym fitness equipment class. And more. If anybody has any suggestions, like I said, we're always open to it. We're looking at, like I said, some more cooking classes. I really like the HelloFresh kits, cook on your own. That's really awesome. Staff trainings, we're, through the Sweat Equity Challenge, we have a lot of the staff participating. They're learning the tools that I use individually, coaching, nutrition one-on-one with individuals. So they're learning these tools, and we're working towards incorporating these things into the, the general curriculum. So always looking to enhance our staff's knowledge so that, that always kind of flows down through the people we work with. Catherine, did you have a question?
Yeah, I was trying to signal to you. So a parent has a question about if a student is in the REACH program versus out in the community, how do they get involved, and who encourages them to sign up for appropriate programs?
Currently, each individual has, their goal planning sessions, whether it's quarterly or yearly, depending on what program, or, even, every term, depending on the program they're in. So when support coordinators or teachers sit with the individuals to look at their goals each term, that's where they would get involved with these programs. One of the things I worked on over this past couple, 3-4 terms was to streamline the course registration process into one workbook. And I'd like to continue to work on that to, if we have, and this is like a long-term goal, is as a support staff meets with an individual, if they choose, they say they need to, health is a priority, it'll kind of spit out a list of classes that are recommended. So again, that involves some programming, which is a bit of work, but, that's definitely something that I want to see doing so that, again, it helps our staff help our individuals find the appropriate programming. So just from, doing these things where we're letting our staff know more about the offerings, we're meeting in our kind of management teams and groups every term, kind of talking about the offerings, what's new. We're working towards making sure that everybody knows what the classes are, what the benefits of those classes are, and how to get in those.
So I think another way to look at it is the REACH students have some core fitness classes that are automatically on their schedule. And then if they want to do other kinds of things, they would work with their point staff teacher to get those onto their schedules. Once you become a community member, your support coordinator, as Ryan said, can help you figure out classes that you want to take. We do have another question. If members are interested in running or starting a class, can they do that? Or can a student co-teach a class that they attend regularly?
Yes, so that's awesome. So Anna, who was on here earlier, great question. Anna, who was on here earlier, she's actually kind of like a co-teacher in one of the classes. So for our adults that are interested in pursuing a career or enjoy, helping other people develop health and fitness, there are those opportunities. Some of our adults are actually certified personal trainers, and they work over at the JCC. And then, like I said, we have kind of like assistant instructors in the class that help. I've run a group, we have so for the Sweat Equity Challenge, Alana, one of our adults in the SAIL program, she's kind of the assistant leader of the SAIL team. So she runs kind of like the weekend workouts as well. So, we have the opportunities for assistant coaching programs, or we're always encouraging, little group meetups and stuff like that to start their own little mini programs and workout groups. Again, support, having a strong support system, helping each other level up in their life is, something that we try to promote whenever we get the chance.
So I'm just curious, Pat, if there's a certain area that James would be interested in, or a certain sport. Might be interesting for us to know that.
No, not really. I don't know that James is that interested. I mean, he does like working out at the JCC. He's working there, of course, in the marketing department. But he might. That might be something he was interested in the future. I was thinking, I've been trying to encourage him to, at some point, to go back to Taekwondo. He's actually a brown belt, a high brown belt in Taekwondo. And I'd like to encourage him to go back and get his black belt, but he won't do that if he's living. His current class was up here. I'm in the Glastonbury area, so it was in Colchester. So he wouldn't be able to go back to that class if he's living in New Haven, obviously. But if he could find another class where he could continue. But I don't know that he's all that interested in continuing. I'd like him to continue.
Yeah. So
he's really into fitness right now, so he's working out all over the place. I know that.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
Yeah. So the traditional martial arts class with Sam, it's Shotokan, which is similar to, you said Taekwondo, I believe.
Yeah, it's Taekwondo.
So, they would probably allow him to wear his uniform in the class with his belt and, progress, again, there'd be some kind of way to work it out. But if he's interested, that class would be great for him. When I originally brought them on, he was one of the people I was thinking about because, in the class, I run a station where I let people do what they want. And, he would do his own martial arts kind of moves in the mirror. So I was like, it's great to see that our adults here are interested in this because it's, again, it's a big passion and big part of my life. And it's got a lot of values as far as discipline and body control and goal setting and grit, if you will, determination despite difficulty. So, again, I think that would be a great class for him, and he would be able to wear what he would be able to come in wearing the rank that he's already earned.
That's cool.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Good question, Pat. All right. Anything else from anybody? Are you done, Ryan?
Yeah, so it's Q&A time. If anybody has any questions, and I have your last slide for you. Looks like Danielle has a question, if we can get her unmuted.
You have to unmute, Danielle. There you go.
I have a question. When is the 5K? Izzy told me about it.
What was it again?
The 5K?
Oh, yes. So one of the classes we're looking at doing is a run club. So we wanted to incorporate that coming up here soon in the spring, once the weather improves. And it's, similar to in martial arts, you have a rank. The more miles you run, you're going to achieve a different color running shirt. So we'll have like a run club. Those people that, have the opportunity or desire to run more miles or do bigger, longer races, have those opportunities where we can, coordinate travel and do it as a group. I personally love doing obstacle course races, Spartan races, 5Ks, fun runs, half marathons. These are all things that, I've personally done and enjoy doing. And, I want to make sure people that are interested, they do it, and they're, again, like-minded individuals. So the Run Club is something that will be coming soon.
Okay.
We have a question from Todd Mitchell, if you want to unmute, Todd.
This may have been answered, and I apologize, I had to step away for 2 minutes. Are there costs associated with this program for the students and or ones that are living off campus?
So every class has a cost. It can all be found in the wellness workbook that goes out to the families before or I should say the continuing adult ed and course catalog. They're all in there. So classes are priced individually for the term. And then, personal training sessions, we have different, and even the meal plan, we have different packages for individuals' needs. So they can range anywhere from, $100 to $200 a class, up to, and then obviously with personal training, it depends on the number of sessions that you're interested in. The more commitment or number of sessions, there's a discount that are associated with that.
Are you saying 100 a class or 100 a semester?
$100 per class per semester to $200 per class per semester. Now, again, we have semesters that are shorter and longer. So I just wanted to give you an idea and an average of the prices.
Okay.
Be a little more, a little less, and again, it's dependent. There's a lot of programs, so it depends on those.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
I do have another question. So it's per class, which is a group of classes, but are there any classes where they can just go in and take them individually? So like if I want to go to yoga, I can go just take a class and pay $16 or something like that without
Like a drop-in class?
Like a what?
Like a drop-in fee?
Yeah, a drop-in class.
So currently, if somebody was interested in trying a class, we'd let them try one, for free to check it out. But every time somebody's popped into a class, they stay. And then, if it's midterm or something, we can work with, we can prorate something to get somebody in. But as far as like dropping in, because of, especially during the past 2 years with the pandemic, trying to manage the numbers in classes, everything up until this point here on campus has been kind of like a, you sign up a term at a time. And like I said, if somebody wants to pop in, try a class, I'm all for letting somebody try it. I don't want a barrier to entry. And again, if they're popping in, halfway through the term or with a couple of weeks left, we can be a little flexible. There's always the add drop period at the beginning of the term as well. So if somebody doesn't like a class, they can move to a different class. Like for example, we had somebody that their job schedule changed. So we were able to find a replacement class as well. We do have there's a yoga studio across the street. I know they do have drop-in fees. Personal training, if somebody wanted a one-on-one session, those can be purchased individually at will. Like if somebody wanted to learn some new exercises or get coached on, have a small plan developed for them that they could go ahead and do on their own. Another program we're working on is kind of like an independent workout certification. So we would do a session with an individual, make sure they know how to use all the equipment correctly, and then they would be able to have access to the fitness rooms outside of the time they're being used for like personal training or classes, and they could do their own independent workouts.
So I just put in the chat a link to our latest catalog for people like Todd. You can click on that and kind of see the wellness curriculum and get an idea of some of the pricing too. And I want to thank you, Ryan. That was terrific. I think we have amazing offerings here, and I'm really enjoying watching our staff and our adults pay so much attention to health and fitness. I don't think we've ever had an environment here more attuned right now to living a healthy life. So I appreciate your presentation. We will have 3 more Thursday meet and greets. You can see those right here on the screen. So next Thursday at 6 p.m., Sunny Richards will present Life After Graduation. What are the programs we offer out in the community, from supported living, where our adults like David O'Donnell was on before, Live Out in the Community and then Access Programming. The Community Life Program will be on March 3rd. That's our day program here. It's a nice option for a lot of adults, especially if they have certain days of their schedule, weekly schedule, and they're not busy and they want to do something fun and structured. And then June 2nd, we'll talk about our employment arm, which is our career ability program. So hopefully you'll join us. And I want to thank all of our student ambassadors who are awesome. And thank you so much for joining us, everybody.